Hey guys, today's Minimates review is really cool. I like all the Minimates figures that I get, but in particular this one. This is X-Force. I love X-Force, and something that's really cool here. I mean, it's Cannonball, Shatterstar, Cable, and Domino, but I love Domino. It's kind of hard to see like that, but on the back you can see what they'd all look like once you get them all situated and get their accessories in order. So it's external Cannonball, Warrior Shatterstar, Heavy Armor Cable, and Triumphant Domino. And this makes up this X-Force pack. The mutant, codenamed Cannonball, once trained to use his energy blasting powers in the same facilities as the X-Men, until he was recruited into a war by time traveler Cable and his comrade Domino. Now second in command of X-Force, Cannonball joined his fellow New Mutants, including the genetically enhanced warrior Shatterstar, in bringing the fight to the Mutant Liberation Front. So I think this is really cool. Even the packaging is pretty cool. You got a big old Cable right there. This looks different than a lot of the other 4-pack packages that I've seen of different things. So that's kind of cool. But I'm really excited for this mainly because of Domino. I love Domino. When I was a kid, I mainly bought this for Domino. I think she looks really, really cool. So I'm really excited to open this. Okay, for accessories, let me tell you, these Minimates come with accessories. So first, we have this little stand, which each character comes with. That's nice. And then I guess we'll start with Cable. Cable has these little guns, and they're okay. I mean, they got some detail on them, and they're a nice silver paint. And so he's got 2 of those. And then I'm going to assume that this gun is also his. Maybe looks a little bit more sci-fi. Well, with the guns, the nice thing is that Cable has holsters on his hips, and the guns actually do fit in the holsters. That's a pretty nice touch, as sometimes Hasbro doesn't even do that with Marvel Legends. Cable does have this gun on his back. He came with it, and I tried to take it off, but it really feels like maybe it's glued to this armor. Now you can take that armor off if you wanted to, but yeah, I don't know. I tried moving this and I really think it's glued on there. Well, he's also got this little bit of a pouch, and I don't know, is that where this gun would go? Like right there? The thing is, it doesn't really fit. I mean, you could force it if you had to, but like it doesn't, I don't know, the shape of this gun doesn't really want to get into that holster, and it won't let it go into those holsters. So, but Cable has the most accessories, I guess. There's no instruction manual or anything like that, so I'm just assuming that whatever was packaged next to Cable was meant for Cable, because he also has 2 extra hands, I guess, if you wanted him to have yellow gloves instead of brown gloves, he'd have that. And then he has 2 extra feet, so if you wanted him to have yellow boots instead of brown boots, I don't know, but he's got that. These are his regular, like that's what he comes with these boots. But then there's also this extra pair of boots, which I guess are also Cables. They're slightly different, but I don't know. He just came with a bunch of extra clothes. And then the 2 things that I don't know, I guess you put these on his wrist, maybe? Just these 2 little rings. I dropped one, but there's no detail to it. They're just 2 little yellow plastic rings. I don't understand, but he comes with 2 of those. And then the nice thing is that he does come with an extra head, so that's kind of nice. This is more like clean shaven Cable. The other head has a beard, so I kind of like that they did that. That's nice. If we move on to Shatterstar, Shatterstar has his swords, these signature like dual-bladed swords, and if I have any problem, it's that they're maybe kind of warped from being in a package for so long. But other than that, I mean, it's pretty nice. I mean, they do look like his swords, obviously, just very, very mini. And they're a nice silver paint, but not a lot of detail in terms of, you know, anything on the handle or hilt or anything, but they serve their purpose. So those are good. And then if we look at Cannonball, all Cannonball really comes with is this. It's, I guess, to make it look like he's blasting off. Kind of looks like maybe you took the bottom leg of the thing, but it's made in a translucent clear orangey plastic. And what you would do is you would take your Cannonball and then like remove his torso, and then you shove that in to make him look like that. That's pretty cool. That looks a little bit more dynamic than just him standing around. So that's a really cool accessory for him, you know, to showcase his powers. He doesn't have like a bunch of weapons like everybody else. And last but not least is my girl, Domino. Now, I'm going to assume these guns are Domino's just because they were packaged next to her, but she has two of these guns, and they're the same silver paint as all the other guns. There's some nice detail on there. They look like weird space guns, like some sort of, like the alien gun you get like in the Fallout series. Well, she's got two of those. My problem is that, like Cable, Domino also has holsters on her leg. Now the problem is that the weird shape of these guns, they don't really allow themselves to be put in the holster all the way. So once you get to this fat back piece there, like it stops. But then when you want to bend the leg back, yeah, kind of has to come out a little bit. So these don't like really fit, but I mean they could go in there, just kind of not all the way. Not a big deal. I mean, as long as they don't fall out, then I'm fine with it. But yeah, I don't know, it'd be kind of nice if they maybe actually fit. And here's what you get once you assemble everybody together. I think they look really, really cool. I don't know if they make other X-Force members, because that'd be kind of nice. I'd like to have the entire X-Force team in Minimates. Again, with Minimates, it's really, really neat, like the detail that you get, even though the figures are so small. If you look at what they did here with Cable and his armor, and I mean, this is like, you know, 90s stuff, so it's belts and pouches and pockets and just all over the place. So they really got that going on with Cable here. And I like the way, you know, he's got his metal arm. So I like the way Cable came out. I like that he came with so many accessories. My favorite of the bunch is obviously Domino. I love Domino. I've always loved her. I don't know, man. It's always been she's just always been a favorite character of mine. Even though, you know, like they're Minimates, so they all have blocky bodies. They got this kind of comic book detail for the chest, you know. So they did that. That looks good. I mean, I guess it would be weird if they actually gave her like actual breasts, but that was cool. I really love this costume of Domino. If they ever made another Marvel Legends Domino, I feel like they would not do this costume. They'd probably do one of her other ones, probably the black one where she has short hair, and that'd be fine. I'd love it still. But this one, this is the one that I saw as a kid, and this is what just made the character stand out to me. And that whole 90s thing of having whatever these things were that Scarlet Witch and like other characters have. It's not really like a mask. It's not. I don't know. It's just this weird thing they would have plastered on the side of their face. But that looks cool. I kind of like that she doesn't have an expression and that she just looks very serious. But I really like that, and I really like the way they got her hair. It's pretty perfect to the way it was. Actually, it looks a lot like the way the hair sculpt was on the old Toy Biz figure. Shatterstar also looks cool. I like this red armor more than his like original armor where all this stuff was like brown. So that's cool. The way they got the mask for his face. Like it's got that bit of sculpting to make it look like it's like padded. So that's cool. I do like the colors of the bright red and the bright white. He's cool. There's supposed to be, at least there was a rumor or a leak or what have you, that there'd be a Marvel Legends Shatterstar. And I hope that comes true. Everything else of that leak came true. So I hope that, and I mean, I guess something could have changed, but I hope that we are getting a Shatterstar. And then Cannonball. The nice thing with this extra torso piece or whatever to look like he's blasting off is that even though it's going forward, he doesn't tip over. I thought at first, I was like, oh, well, that's cool, but he's just gonna fall over all the time, so it's gonna be useless. Not even. He's very stable, very sturdy, so that is great. So the real draw is like the way they did. He's got this collar piece on his head, and then of course he's got like these flight goggles, but you can see that the collar for his jacket is a separate piece. So you put that down, and then that. I think that all came out really cool. I kind of like that. Good work on the hair there. Nice colors. I really like these bright colors of old characters' costumes. So all together, whoops. Altogether, I think they look really, really cool together. I did go to the store semi-recently, and I also saw that they have some form of Deadpool, and I guess I'm going to pick that up next chance I get, assuming it doesn't sell out, like, you know, right away, because it is, you know, Deadpool, and he's just so popular right now. But I'd like to get that Deadpool to add him here, and I hope they make other figures. If they don't, well, I hope they make them soon, as I really liked X-Force back in the 90s. It was just, I don't know, I just thought it was a really cool team, and I really liked Cable and all that stuff, so I'd really like to have everybody, whether it's the old Toy Biz figures, these Minimates, you know, hopefully Marvel Legends soon. I really want to just have like a complete X-Force team, more than probably any other team, actually. So I'd really, really be looking forward to doing that. For articulation, we'll use Domino so she gets some more screen time. All Minimates have the same articulation, so they can turn left, or they can look left and right, but in Domino's case, her hair kind of gets in the way there. But I mean, it's all just on some ball peg, so they kind of look up, they kind of look down. This won't work with Domino on her hair, but yeah. So they got that. She's got her little shoulder pieces here. There's just a ball peg for the shoulders, so you get movement that comes out and around. Her armor kind of restricts her movement just a little bit, but nothing too bad. So you got that, and then right, there's a single hinge at the elbow, and then usually the wrists rotate, but in Domino's case it's like this whole gauntlet. So I don't know, either this rotates or it doesn't. Like if it rotates, then on mine it feels like really stuck. I don't know, so I don't think she's got any rotation there. But other characters, most other Minimates, they do. They're, you know, where their hands are, they can't rotate. So you got that. Everybody's falling down now. And then they have waist rotation, usually. Again, sometimes Minimates can be a little stiff right out of the box, but they do have waist rotation, so that's good. And then a ball peg for the hips, lets them bring their legs far forward and far backwards, and you can even bring them out a little bit, but not very much. They can't really take much of a wide stance. It's probably about as wide as it gets. And then a single hinge at the knee, and then their boots, like right at the ankle, they usually rotate for cases like Domino or like Predators that have these kind of like shin guards. That does not happen. But if I take if I take Cannonball's legs here, you can see that at his feet they do rotate. There's nothing restricting that there. So decent articulation for such tiny little figures. This 4-pack I think was like $20 ordinarily. I got it on sale, so it was a little bit. I got it on sale, so it was a little bit less than that. Yeah, so these are $20, these 4-packs, but this was on sale for I think like $16. I was fine paying $20 for it because I really think these are great. For the most part, yeah, I bought it just for Domino. Look at her. She's so freaking cool. I got it just for her. Maybe some people think her powers are weird and that it's like, isn't she just lucky? It's probability manipulation, man. I mean, it's not on the level of like Scarlet Witch, but I mean, you know, she changes things to go her way. So that's really cool. So I mainly bought it for her. So I guess I did not mind paying $6 just for Domino. But to get the other characters really cool. I really like that they went with this particular armor for Shatterstar, and I really like this little torso piece for Cannonball. That's really cool. I would hope that I can get other characters later, like you know, Boom Boom and Warpath and stuff like that. So I think these are really cool. I don't know about you guys, but for me, I was pretty excited when I saw these. I think these are pretty old. I don't know, the box looked old, the box seemed kind of beat up, and then the fact that it was on sale. So I don't know when this X-Force 4-pack initially came out, but I'm glad I found it, you know, today. So that was really great. Anyways, until next time, take care.